Hey guys, it's Joanne and
Laura!
and today we're going to be interviewing foreign students that are studying at Yonsei, whether it's studying abroad or being an actual foreign student like Dora. But we're just going to be giving you guys some insight on what it's actually like to study abroad in Korea, or study in Korea, because it's not like the K-dramas. Okay, let's go! Yay! Okay, what are your names and where are you girls from?
My name is Matilda, I'm from Norway. And I'm Danik from the Netherlands.
Okay, so what are the best and the worst things that you found living in Korea versus back home, I guess you would say?
For me, the best part about living here is everything is available at every part of the day or night. Like everything is open. Yeah, everything is, and there are so many things to do, no matter what time also.
Right.
So many places you could go and you never get bored. Like in my home country, there are not a lot of things to see, but in Korea, especially here in Seoul, there are so many places you could go and spend time with friends. It's really fun.
What time do like stores back at home close usually?
In Norway, we have everything's closed on Sundays.
Okay.
Everything's
Oh,
closed
wow.
on Sundays.
Okay.
And in the weekday, it's like dependent on the store, but I'd say like 8 or 9.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know like some places I think in Europe close really early.
Yeah,
usually, right?
and Saturday is like it closes a little bit earlier than that.
I think the hardest part about living is how that facilitates foreigners living in Korea.
Yes.
Like, visa
Oh,
is
they're so
really
restricted.
difficult.
Yeah.
It's and if you want to work in Korea, especially, it's so difficult to find a visa. I would love to stay longer, but you know, at one point you run out of money,
Right.
and to get like a working visa is so difficult.
Also, I think the information isn't as good as in Norway, at least. If you're trying to look for information or for anything about anything, it's really not black on white like it would be in Norway. It's really hard to find just basic information about literally anything, I feel like, for a foreigner at least.
Yeah.
So I always have to do way more like research.
You gotta ask around.
Yeah, ask around or like Google way more than I would have to do in Norway. So that's a little bit stressful.
Like, what did you expect from coming here? Because like, did you guys watch K-dramas or stuff before?
A little bit. But
like,
I had done a lot of research before coming here, so I was actually pleasantly surprised. I heard it was like, oh, you can't find deodorant here, and oh, you can't buy like any like Western food in the like. I heard a lot of small things like that turned out to not be true. So that was good.
I think there's a point where people were saying like you can't find tampons or something here.
Yeah, I heard that too. Yeah, but, like deodorant is overpriced, but you can still find it.
You can still find it. Yeah.
That's stacked up with so many.
Oh really?
That's so many.
Okay, that's good for people to know.
Yeah. Also, coming from Norway, where we like to be tanned and like bronzed and stuff, makeup is kind of hard.
For sure. Foundation stuff. Yeah, you definitely have to bring your own foundation.
Yeah, and like I'm white, so I can't even imagine how difficult it is for someone who's tanner than I am. It must be horrible.
Yeah.
Not that that's a huge like thing to worry about, but still, it's kind of like
Yeah, I think they're like working on it a little bit now, just like bringing in more shades. Okay, so what's your name and where are you from?
My name is LJ. I am originally from Michigan in the United States, but I am currently studying at Hawaii Pacific University.
Hawaii?
Yes.
My name is Na-young, and I study here in Yonsei University as a full-time student, and I'm Korean.
Okay, Korean. Okay, wait, what's your first impression, and is it what you expected?
Okay, so I've had a lot of travel experience growing up, which I'm very fortunate of, so I knew coming here, it's not going to be like the K-dramas.
Okay, good.
But my first expectation, I'm like, okay, it's like anytime you go somewhere new, it's like shiny, new, bright, K-drama-y. And when I first got here, honestly, it was like that, but it wasn't, because I lost my luggage. I was all by myself. I didn't have any cell service. Stranded in Myeongdong. But honestly, it actually exceeded my expectations in a way, because everyone was so helpful. I didn't feel unsafe. Like, it wasn't glitzy, glammy Hollywood K-drama rom-com moment. Like, I didn't fall in love. But I definitely realized that this is a safe country, and I feel a lot more comfortable here than I thought I would.
Okay, because you also study in Michigan. Let's say what's the difference between studying here versus at home, and then you can also put your input on studying abroad there.
Yeah. There's a lot more things to do here.
Right,
And I can get distracted way more easily here, which is a blessing and a curse. Since I go to Hawaii Pacific University, I live on an island. And there's only so much you can see and do. Like, you can go to the beach like every week, but after 3 weeks, you're sick of it. But here I'm like, there's always a new pop-up, there's always something new to see and do. So it's really having to balance the fun and the school. For sure.
I'm definitely struggling with that.
Yeah,
too.
I'm struggling with balancing, but everyone's been so helpful.
That's
and
good, yeah.
my professors, they're pretty understanding, but the course load isn't that hard because I am an
Yeah. I have realized like course load is really easy.
It's
a
not
little
as
too
heavy.
easy, yeah.
Yeah.
But then the tests are a lot harder.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
What's the difference between studying in Korea versus when you study abroad in
Well,
the States?
As an exchange student, I didn't study that hard.
Okay.
I focused more on having new experiences
Okay.
and traveling a lot more. I was a bit more easygoing there.
Okay.
As a full-time Korean
Yeah,
student
that's
here, I feel like pressures are quite high.
right. Okay.
I got very stressed out when while the midterm and like finals.
My name is Nick and I'm from New York.
Okay, and what is the best or worst or hardest part about living in Korea?
I would say the best part being that it's monocultural and that you can experience a lot of different facets of Korean culture. I'm from New York City, so it's a very diverse place, and so you get a little piece of everyone's culture. But since Korea is very different from that, I kind of like the ability to explore many facets that I wouldn't be able to explore in New York. I would say the hardest part would be the language barrier. I don't know any Korean, just how to say hello and thank you and a few items of food. So I think if I studied up a bit more, it might be a little bit easier to navigate here. But I think people in general in Korea are very friendly and they're very willing to help, especially if you're a foreigner. So I don't think it should be someone's biggest concern. But my advice for people trying to study abroad in Korea would be to definitely learn the language. I think even if you don't get super great at it, I think people here will appreciate the fact that you're taking the time to learn, and they'll be more willing to work with you. And I think it will be overall a better experience for you studying abroad, and you'll also pick up some new skills that you might not have had before.
So that was a quick interview that we had with a couple people, and I don't know, I found some pretty insightful comments that I didn't think about. What about you? Because you're a foreigner that studies at the actual university.
For me, it was actually really nice to see that some people have the same, views as me. Because I do feel like sometimes as a full-time student, I live a lot with Koreans.
Right.
Like I have a lot of classes with the Koreans. So sometimes when I say something, they're like, oh, I don't feel like that at all. And I'm like, okay. So it was nice to hear that I'm not crazy and people actually have the same opinions and things like that. Yeah, I feel like it was actually pretty nice and people gave like different opinions. What about you guys?
Let me know in the comment section below.
Yeah.
Alright, that's it for now.
Yep.
I'm gonna go home.
Bye.